This is the biggest story that the banks don't want you to know about. Let me tell you why nobody is talking about this story. Because YouTube is full of people trying to sell you another credit card, another sign-up bonus, another airline mile. All while the entire credit card system is actively crushing Americans and the receipts are sitting in a federal report almost nobody read. This isn't opinion, this isn't conspiracy. This comes straight from the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. And once you hear it, you'll understand why banks don't want this video made. And of course, I brought you the source. It's going to be in the video description for anyone that wants to actually read it. The CFPB released its credit card market report, and it paints a brutal picture. Americans aren't thriving, they're surviving on plastic. A lot of you may have never heard of this report. This report actually comes out every 2 years, not every year. So when it does finally drop, it is packed full of data that nobody has ever seen, except for, of course, the CFPB. Interest rates near 25%. Store cards pushing 30+%. Record balances carried longer, not because people are irresponsible, but because life got more expensive. And while politicians talk about making America great again, the CFPB data shows only one thing getting greater: bank profits.
And while working Americans catch up, we're going to put a temporary cap on credit card interest rates at 10%. We have no choice. They're getting 22, 25%.
First, we need to talk about the poverty tax. That's what I call it. Here's where the rage should kick in. Because according to the CFPB, Americans pay $31 billion in credit card fees last year. $17 billion came from late fees alone. And who pays for it? Not wealthy people, not perfect credit Americans. Below prime consumers pay nearly half of all late fees. That's not risk-based pricing. That's a poverty tax. And store cards, tiny share of balances, 1/3 of all late fees. Below prime consumers pay nearly half of all late fees. Let that sink in for a minute. And if you weren't paying attention, the banks had the audacity to start charging for paper statements. They charge you to see your own bill. That's the crazy part. That's not accountability, that's engineered punishment. Now let's talk about access to credit, because this is huge. Banks mailed out 400+ million credit card offers per month. Sounds generous, right? Until you read the rest of the CFPB data, of course. Nearly half of below prime Americans are using 90% or more of their available credit. That's not freedom, that's financial suffocation. No margin, no oxygen. Simply one emergency away from collapse. Banks push new cards, but slow down credit line increases. Why? Because maxed out consumers pay the most interest. This isn't a credit shortage, it's a strategic suffocation. But let's talk about what's changed from 2024 to 2025, because this is where the lies fall apart. In 2024, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau warned that credit card interest and fees were already at historic highs. Politicians said relief was coming. Banks said rates would normalize. I heard that I don't know how many times. And of course, Americans were told, just hold on. Now it's 2025, and here's the reality. Interest rates are still over 20% on average. Store cards are still pushing 30% and higher. Late fees are still around $30 to $41 per hit. Annual fees, even higher. Paper statement fees, now it's a thing. So what exactly got better? Because from 2024 to 2025, the CFPB's own data shows no meaningful drop in APRs, no broad fee relief, no real enforcement teeth added, and no systematic pressure on banks to ease the pain. Instead, what did happen, the CFPB tried to cap late fees in 2024. Banks sued, courts stalled it, the cap died, and fees stayed high. That's not a failure by accident, that's policy by surrender. So let me ask you a question nobody on YouTube is asking. Where is the administration that promised to make America great again? Because from 2024 to 2025, the only thing that got greater was bank profit margins, interest revenue, and fee extraction. Americans didn't get relief, they got regulated exhaustion. Banks were allowed to keep APRs elevated as rates stabilized, stack fees on top of fees, push new credit while keeping people maxed out. That's not oversight, that's permission to screw Americans. So let's do a quick little comparison. In 2024, Americans were drowning. In 2025, they're still underwater, just more tired. In 2024, late fees were called excessive by regulators. In 2025, those same fees are still here, still legal, and still profitable. In 2024, interest rates were blamed on inflation. In 2025, inflation slightly cooled, APRs didn't. That tells you everything. If the system were about helping Americans, rates would have fallen. They didn't, because the system isn't broken, it's working exactly as designed. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using DisputeBeast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with a 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Brandon, Brandon's credit score went up 185 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. And Ashley's credit score went up 218 points after just 2 rounds with DisputeBeast. But let's not forget about Julio. Julio's credit score went up 266 points after just 1 round with DisputeBeast. DisputeBeast's link is going to be pinned at the very top of the comments and in the video description for anyone that needs to fix their credit. And now tie it all together. High interest means balances grow faster. High fees mean one mistake costs more. Maxed out credit means no margin for error. Then when you dispute online, banks win, because most people are taught to dispute online or over the phone, where your rights are the weakest. That's why they don't tell you about paper disputes, certified mail, and the Fair Credit Billing Act. Because once you use the law the right way, the power shifts, and banks hate that. So no, this administration didn't lower your interest. No, it didn't cut your fees. No, it didn't break the bank's grip. From 2024 to 2025, the message was clear. Banks are protected, Americans are billed. Now here's something that you need to pay attention to, because this is huge. We need to talk about disputes, because this is where people think we're protected. The CFPB data shows Americans disputed nearly $10 billion in credit card charges, and they only got about half of that money back. Did you hear me right there? Did you hear what I just said? And store card users, even worse odds. And the #1 dispute reason? Not fraud. I know, that's shocking, right? Subscriptions people canceled, but kept getting charged for. That's the #1 dispute reason. And here's the most disgusting part. Even while a charge is disputed, your credit can still be damaged. So now you're fighting the bank, the credit bureaus at the same time. 2 systems, 2 disputes, 1 exhausted American. And the banks win, of course, because you're disputing the wrong way. Last part's the most important. This is the part they never tell you. Online disputes, phone disputes, those are customer service disputes, not legal disputes. What actually protects you is called the Fair Credit Billing Act. The FCBA gives you real rights, forces banks to investigate billing errors, frees collection on disputed amounts, prohibits retaliation, creates clear liability if bank messes up, but only if you trigger it properly. This is the part where I tell Americans how to actually protect themselves. I'm gonna teach you how to flip the power dynamic. Pay attention to these. #1, stop disputing online. #2, stop disputing by phone. #3, write a paper dispute. #4, send it certified mail with return receipt so you have proof they received it. #5, keep copies of everything. #6, attach receipts, cancellations, and screenshots. #7, cite the Fair Credit Billing Act. Anyone can Google this or use ChatGPT to break it down for you. #8, mail it to the address for billing disputes. Once you do this, the bank must respond in writing, must investigate with strict timelines, and must comply or they're exposed to lawsuits. And here's the secret they don't want you to know. Consumer attorneys love these cases because they're clean, they're documented, and they're often easy wins, but only if you did it right. So let's be honest for a minute. Where's the administration that promised to make America great again? Because according to the CFPB data, costs went up, protection stalled, banks got richer, and Americans got squeezed even more. America isn't broken, it's working exactly as designed, just not for you. And the CFPB? It's the one last agency still putting receipts on the system. That's why banks want it weakened. Now you know why this story isn't trending, but you need to help share it, so everyone knows and learns exactly how to handle it and how to move forward. And if you have any collections, charge-offs, or negative items that you need to delete from your credit reports, make sure to watch this video right here because it's going to show you how AI will do all the work for you, mail your letters, and it comes with the 110% money back guarantee. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.